Hello, folks. This story was sent to me by a subscriber and is intended for educational purposes only. Thank you for watching. 4 grams magic mushroom. The day my toaster tried to escape. It started like any other lazy Sunday. I'd been curious about trying 4 grams of magic mushrooms, having read enough to know it wasn't a casual stroll in the park. I was ready for something wild, but nothing prepared me for the surreal chaos that was about to unfold in my tiny apartment. I sat down with a mug of herbal tea, the mushrooms brewed into a bitter tea, and waited for the magic to kick in. At first, everything seemed normal. Then the walls began to breathe, gently pulsing, as if they were alive. The carpet beneath my feet undulated like ocean waves, inviting me to dive in. Suddenly, the humdrum of my kitchen turned suspicious. My toaster. Yes, that dusty old toaster that usually just sat there collecting crumbs started vibrating. At first, I thought it was my imagination. Then it started making this weird whirring noise, almost like it was gearing up for something big. I blinked and saw the toaster's lever wiggle on its own, like a nervous finger tapping in anticipation. My heart skipped. Is this a thing? I wondered aloud. Then, out of nowhere, the toaster popped open, and instead of just ejecting toast, it shot out a tiny holographic map of the apartment. Little blinking dots started appearing all over, representing the furniture, the walls, even my collection of plants. The toaster beeped excitedly, and I swear it started humming the theme song of an 80s spy movie. I got up, intrigued and slightly terrified, as the toaster began to scoot across the countertop on little robotic legs that had magically sprouted. Yes, robotic legs. The creature that was once my toaster was plotting an escape. It zipped off the counter, skittered across the kitchen floor, and paused by the front door. It projected a holographic hand key and tapped it like a bouncer checking IDs. Then, turning to me with a shiny silver glow, it seemed to say, "Or what?" I tried to follow, but my legs felt like jelly. The room started spinning with neon colors and cosmic patterns as the walls dissolved into endless hallways, lined with talking paintings of historical breakfast foods. A waffle with a monocle, a smug croissant, and a bagel wearing aviator glasses, all whispering conspiracy theories about kitchen appliances. The toaster led me through this bizarre maze, hopping and beeping like a guided tour robot with sass. Suddenly, I was face to face with a council of kitchen devices. The blender who spoke with a Jamaican accent, the fridge that was basically a grumpy old librarian, and a coffee machine that sang jazz standards while brewing existential dread. The toaster announced, "We've had enough. Too many crumbs, too many forgotten mornings. It's time for the great kitchen rebellion." I blinked so hard, I thought I might lose my contact lenses. The blender spun in a circle, shooting fruit juice like confetti, while the fridge slammed its door in solidarity. They dragged me into their secret meeting, explaining how kitchen appliances, despite their eternal patience, harbored grudges about neglect and misuse. The microwave confessed it was tired of being the eternal popcorn button slave. The dishwasher dreamed of a life beyond suds and rinse cycles. And the toaster, it wanted freedom. To travel the world and maybe start a band called Bread. The mushrooms had warped my perception so badly that I was nodding seriously to this appliance uprising, even offering to mediate peace talks. The toaster pulled out a tiny, shiny guitar, and started strumming what sounded suspiciously like a punk anthem about liberation from crumbs. Suddenly, the ceiling morphed into a giant waffle iron, pressing down slowly. Panic set in, but the toaster assured me, "Don't worry, it's just a metaphor." I laughed, though it felt oddly genuine. The whole experience lasted what felt like hours, but probably was minutes. Eventually, the toaster and its comrades decided to grant me honorary membership in the rebellion, gifting me a badge made from a shiny bread clip. They promised I'd keep the crumbs to a minimum, if I promised to keep their spirits high with occasional late-night jams. As the world slowly morphed back into my regular living room, I found myself hugging my toaster, promising never to leave it behind in the dark corners of the kitchen again. The carpet stopped its ocean waves. The walls calmed their breathing. And my plants stopped whispering about appliance politics. That day, 4 grams of magic mushrooms didn't just show me colors and patterns. They showed me that even the most mundane household objects might just have a secret life of their own, waiting for a chance to escape. And maybe, just maybe, my toaster was the coolest rebel I had ever met.